A day that began so auspiciously has ended in heartbreak. The forest let Laverne live, this time, but also forced him to confront a grim reality. Sometimes this work exacts a terrible price. The attack has left Laverne with more than just emotional scars.
I feel responsible. You know, I did not want to pull that trigger. I did not want to kill her. You know, it was like shooting a friend. You know, and felt, you know, we're trying to help you. We're trying to help her, help the species. You know, she doesn't know that. And I don't want to shoot you. Can't you understand that, you know, we're not trying to hurt you?
Brown bears are normally solitary creatures. And most of their time is spent finding food and eating. This is especially important for mother bears. These twins were born during winter. They depend upon their mother's milk. She must find enough food to sustain herself and her family. In early summer, brown bears commonly eat berries, grasses, and other vegetarian fare. But each year around July, their diet dramatically changes. And it all begins here. Enfolding the islands of Southeast Alaska are the rich waters of the Inside Passage. The passage is home to some of the most spectacular animals on the planet. The cold, nutrient-rich waters welling up from the Pacific depths nurture a flourishing food chain. Massive schools of fish thrive on rich plankton and attract an army of predators. Humpback whales gather to feast, working in groups to capture herring. Dall's porpoises rely on speed to catch their prey. But sometimes they are not fast enough to escape this mighty hunter. On shore, another mighty hunter is getting impatient, waiting for its share. For in a coastal rainforest, the worlds of sea and land are intimately connected. And the ocean's emissary to the rainforest is this remarkable pilgrim, the salmon. Chinook, coho, sockeye, pink, and chum. 5 species of salmon make the long trip back from the ocean to the place of their birth. After several years at sea, they've returned to spawn for the first and last time. These weary travelers have overcome crushing odds to make it this far. Now, they're running on empty. But this is their only chance to breed. Doggedly, they push on. These sockeye have not eaten since leaving the sea, and they will never eat again. Starving, they begin to digest themselves from the outside in. Absorbing their silver scales, they expose skin, which turns scarlet and smooth. At the same time, the head turns green, and the male's snout takes a grotesque turn. Now, they're in full mating regalia. When they reach the spawning grounds, a female thrashes out a nest. The male shadows her, ready to do his part. The spawning rituals culminate under cover of night. A female shudders with the effort of expelling her eggs. Her mate shudders in reply, fertilizing them with a smoky stream of milt. A female can lay 1,000 eggs per nest, and she may build several before she dies. But it's only a few that make it this far. Most will perish long before then from marine predators or sheer exhaustion. Or we'll have to run a gauntlet of hungry bears who have been waiting months for just this moment. Bears are patient hunters, and for animals their size, their striking speed is phenomenal. This is a time of feasting for leaner days ahead. Often the bears don't even bother with the salmon meat. They're after the fattier and more nutritious parts, the eggs, the brain, the skin. Recent studies suggest that the bears perform a vital service for the rainforest, transporting the nutrient-laden salmon from the river to the woods, where the fish decompose and fertilize the soil. But bears aren't the only hunters on Chichagof Island today.
Brown bear hunting is legal in Alaska. Brown bear hunting season is open until the 20th of May.
No matter how Laverne may feel personally about the practice, big game hunting is a popular sport in Alaska. If it's going to happen anyway, Laverne wants to make sure it's done properly, and the right bears are taken. Brown bears are the second slowest reproducing big game animal in North America.
The female component of the bear population is the component that you want to protect the most.
With more than 3 decades experience, few guides are better equipped to track an Alaskan brown bear than Laverne. But he's here for one reason and one reason only: to make sure that if a bear is going to be shot, it's going to be a mature male bear. LOurs operates by another rule as well. He never guides in the same areas where he conducts his research. Today, he's accompanying a hunter to nearby Admiralty Island.
We're looking for a male bear, which is a male bear. To identify a male bear has to be an 8-foot bear or larger, or like a 22.5-inch skull or larger. It's the body movement, body structure. That bear there has about a 20-inch skull.
Which means it's likely a female and off limits. This bear too is a female. The hunter may be frustrated, but LOurs won't allow a female to be shot.
We saw a bear on the beach, and we're gonna go take a little closer look, see what it looks like.
This is a large, old male. So LOurs gives the green light. The hunter lines up his scope.
What an animal. My God. My God.
When they reach the bear, he is still alive. LOurs makes sure he is put out of his misery quickly.
Get it over with.
Human encroachment, whether in the form of hunting or road construction, is simply a fact of life in our primal forests. Bear advocates, like Laverne Bayer, have to learn as much as they can about the bears as soon as they can. In their ongoing attempts to penetrate the mysteries of Southeast Alaska's rainforest, investigators have used advanced technologies. The earliest high-tech tool was the radio tracking collar. GPS devices were a big step forward. They make use of dozens of orbiting satellites to calculate the precise location of a tagged animal, sometimes within 3 feet. But GPS only tells researchers where the animal is, not what it's doing. What they really needed was a way of getting a video and audio recorder into the deep forest, where it could show them natural behavior, the kind of behavior humans rarely see, because our very presence changes the way animals behave. Fortunately, just such a device exists. It's called CritterCam. CritterCam is the brainchild of marine biologist Greg Marshall. Its purpose is to show us the natural world from the animal's point of view. Over the last 15 years, CritterCam has gathered remarkable video, audio, and environmental data from a wide array of creatures. From great white sharks and blue whales, to emperor penguins and leatherback sea turtles. For the first time, we are able to see what the creature sees and enter its world without conditioning its natural behavior. In fact, just off the coast here, CritterCam recently brought back remarkable footage of one of the region's most impressive marine mammals, the humpback whale. CritterCam revealed how humpbacks hunt together beneath the surface. Some whales herd the fish. One blows a ring of bubbles. One calls to scare the fish into the bubble net. And then the entire group rises to engulf the hapless herring. For the first time, scientists could penetrate the murky waters and watch the whale's behavior. And this suggested another possible use for this technology, this time on a nearby land mammal. Because as experienced a tracker as Laverne is, he's never been able to watch brown bears in the thick of the forest.
The GPS has been used on wildlife here in the past few years. Well, the next step for scientists is CritterCam technology, seeing visually the wildlife's viewpoint.
After years of success using CritterCam to study sea life, Marshall and his team have developed a CritterCam for land animals. This terrestrial version presents challenges the underwater device never had to face. For one thing, since audio and video signals don't travel through water, all data is recorded to an onboard tape, which is automatically released after 6 hours. There's no transmission with marine CritterCam, so interference isn't an issue. But a rainforest is something else entirely. It's an interference machine. So engineer Dave Rash and his colleagues have put in thousands of hours making sure terrestrial CritterCam was up to the job. Every element of the device had to be tested and retested, and then retested again. But it will all be worth it if CritterCam brings back information that can help researchers protect the species. Still, lab testing only gets you part way. The CritterCam team needed to find out how it performed on a live animal before they got into the field with a wild grizzly.
How you doing? This is Damascus, the grizzly bear. He's about a 5-year-old guy. Lay down, be a good boy. Look at that thing, look at that thing. What do you think of that? Will you let us put that on, see if we can get your perspective on life?
Feed me, and I'm yours.
Come here. Let's look around. Let's walk up here. Take a bear walk. What do you think?
Let's record.
And one last test. Because even though this CritterCam won't be diving to the ocean depths, there is still a good chance it's going to get wet.
Good boy, huh? You want to swim a little? You want to see a little swimming?
This is as far as Dave is going to get with a tame bear in controlled surroundings. It's time to head north.